This one's a proper 1/4 inch drive breaker bar. The sockets fit on it perfectly. This one, the anvil's way too large. It's 9/32, I believe. They used to make sockets with a different anvil size. And I don't have any of those. I'm not gonna buy any of those. Here I got an old vintage antique socket lever, L wrench. And I wish I didn't buy this because it is a little bit tweaked. This thing's over 100 years old. This is early 1920s. Only marking on it is 210 Ray, 210 RAY. See how it's bent to the right a little bit and the ball is a little bit jacked up. Looks like they possibly even put a cheater pipe on it, trying to break something loose, and it bent the bar and it bent the anvil. A socket doesn't fit very well anymore. But it is 1/2 inch drive. I don't even know if they had ratchets back then. Of course, I'm assuming they used to have ratchets in the 1920s. Ratchets might have been for rich mechanics back then. Us poor mechanics were working with L wrenches and breaker bars. I'm just assuming. I don't know. But just because we have all these fancy socket clickers these days doesn't mean we shouldn't be using something like this, but an updated version. TEKTON sells this 1/2 inch drive jewel. Little L wrench. Normal anvil on this side. And I wish it was just wobble. I don't really like wobble plus, but I'll deal with it. They've also got a 3/8 version. And I really wish they had a 1/4 drive version as well. I would have bought that one too. The first one of these that I got is made by Genius Tools, 320160L, the 3/8 version. I just recently also got this vintage Williams. This one's a little bit jacked up too though. It fits sockets better, but it's just slightly twisted on the anvil. So it does still work. It does still hold the sockets nicely, but if you're buying stuff from eBay, it might help to ask questions sometimes because the sellers often know how to take the craftiest pictures to make it look as presentable as possible. And they also used a hammer on this tool. Whoever was working with it in the past uses a good old beater bar. I want to jam-pack this video full of interesting things, so you hit like and subscribe. We've got a couple different snap-on breaker bars and this floppy head Craftsman that I don't really care about. I was really expecting good things from these, but this one was deceiving in the eBay listing. It said 1/4 inch drive. Because if you'll notice, this one's got an offset head. It's got a straight head. So if you're using 6-point sockets, you can get in different angles with both of these. But this is not 1/4 drive like the listing said.